Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dogar College, Bikaner. Today, we are discussing about the topic reflex klystron for your MSc final class. In reflex klystron, it is a microwave generator. And what is klystron? Klystron that works on reflections and oscillations in a single cavity. Which kind of klystron? Which is working in single cavity. In last article, we learn about the two cavity klystron where we are using two cavities, Buncher cavity and Ketchel cavity. Okay. So reflex klystron is microwave generator. Reflex klystron is microwave generator is a klystron that works on reflections and oscillations in a single cavity which has a variable frequency. Okay. Now reflex klystron works on the same principle as two cavity klystron, that is principle of velocity and current modulation. Principle of velocity and current modulation. The electron beam is injected from the cathode. You can easily understand it from this figure. This is the figure. So initially I just explain outline of this figure. This is cathode. Okay. Electrons are emitted from cathode. Here it is a cavity which is known as anode cavity, which is known as anode cavity, and a potential is applied between cathode and anode. Potential is applied between cathode and anode. Okay. Anode cavity here, and after that at last a repeller electrode is here, a repeller electrode, and a potential between repeller electron and cathode is VR. This is VA and this is VR. So negative potential is given to repeller, so it can collect the electrons, and here positive potential is given to anode, so it can accelerate the electrons. So this is the constructional details of reflex klystron. Okay. There is RF output. Coaxial looping is necessary for cavities, and from anode cavity to repeller, this space is known as repeller space, and these straight lines are shown for electron beam. Okay, electrons are emitted from here and accelerated by this potential, and after that electrons are velocity modulated and current modulated, and after that it is collected by the repeller electron. Now come to here. The electron beam is injected from the cathode. The electron beam passes through the accelerating anode. Point to be noted that electron beam passes through the accelerating anode. From which? Accelerating anode. Okay, that is important point, because we are gaining the potential between cathode and anode which accelerates the electrons. The electron moves in the tube with uniform velocity until it reaches the cavity. Electrons are moving with uniform, that means same velocity, until it reaches the cavity. So what we learned from the construction, reflex klystron consists which parts? electron gun, okay, cathode filament, anode cavity, and an electron at the cathode potential, that is known as collector. Electrode at the cathode potential, that is known as collector. It provides low power and has low efficiency. Low power and low efficiency. Frequency range between 4 GHz to 200 GHz. Frequency range 4 GHz to 200 GHz. Output power maximum 3 watt in X band. What is this? This is designation of the band which we studied in earlier lecture, 210 millivolt at 220 GHz. Now, construction of the reflex klystron. The electron gun emits the electron beam which passes through the gap in the anode cavity, which we already understand. These electrons travel towards the repeller electron. These electrons travel toward the repeller electron, which is at high negative potential. Which is at high negative. Here is negative potential is given to the repeller electron. Due to the high negative field, the electrons repel back to the anode cavity. Due to the high negative field. If it is given positive field, then it collects the electrons, and if it gives negative potential, then it repels back to the anode cavity. In their return journey, the electrons give more energy to the gap. In its return journey, when electrons come back, it have more energy and it gives the more energy to the gap, and these oscillations are sustained. That means electron travels or passes through cavity in a cycle twice. That means a single cavity acts as a two cavity. Okay. It is assumed that oscillations already exist in the tube and they are sustained by its operation. The electrons, while passing through the anode cavity, gain some velocity. The electron passes through the anode cavity, gain some velocity. Now, operation of reflex klystron. The operation of reflex klystron is understood by some assumptions. The electron beam is accelerated toward the anode cavity. Now, the process of bunching is shown here. The process of bunching is shown here exactly like as we understand in two cavity klystrons. What is the figure? Voltage across gap is given here, positive and negative cycle. Voltage across the gap, positive and negative cycle. And this is known as bunching time. The first and last electron, and this gap is known as bunching time. What is this? This is the position of gap. This is the position of gap, and this is the repeller space. So you can easily understand that voltage across the gap, that is position of cathode, position of the gap is position of the anode cavity, and after repeller this position is of collector, and x-axis is time. Okay, we know that the portions shown, that we know that from alternate minima or maxima distance, is known as one cycle from here to here. Okay, so from here to here, this is 1 3/4. Okay, now here we are taking 3 electrons. ER is reference electron, center electron, EE is earlier electron, and EL is later electron. ER reference electron, EE earlier electron, and EL later electron. And this point is known as electron bunch, where bunching occurs. How this bunching occurs? Let us assume that a reference electron EL crosses the anode cavity but has no extra velocity, and it repels back after reaching the repeller electron with the same velocity. Okay, because reference electron have no extra voltage. That can be understood from here. Maximum magnitude of the potential. This electron is reference electron. Another electron is, say, EE, that is earlier electron which has started earlier with the reference electron. This is started earlier. Okay, it reaches the repeller first but returns slowly. It reaches the electron repeller. It reaches the repeller first but returns slowly, reaching at the same time. So modulation or electron bunching possible. We have another electron, that is the late electron EL, which starts later than both ER and EE. However, it moves with greater velocity. While returning back. Reaching at the same time. Okay. So, according this fundamental, these 3 electrons, ER, EE, and E, reference electron, earlier electron, and later electron, reach the gap at the same time, form an electron bunch. This travel time is known as transit time, which should have an optimum value. Okay, this figure illustrates the whole process. The anode cavity accelerates the electron while going and gains their energy by retarding their during the return journey. The anode cavity accelerates the electrons while going gains their energy by retarding them during the return journey. With the gap voltage is at maximum positive, this lets the maximum negative electron to retard. The optimum transit time is represented H, T equal to n plus 3/4. N plus 3/4. 1 3/4, that means not a integer. That means it can be taken like n plus 3/4, where n is an integer. It may be 1 3/4, 2 3/4, 3 3/4. Okay. So that this transit time depends upon the repeller and anode voltage. It depends upon the repeller and anode voltage, that what is the value of capital. Applications of reflex klystron. Here some applications of reflex klystron are shown. Reflex klystrons where we use variable frequency, that means variable frequency is desirable for reflex klystron. It can be used as radio receivers, portable microwave links, parametric amplifiers, local oscillators of microwave receivers as a signal source where variable frequency is desirable in microwave generators. That means it can be used as signal source where we need variable frequency for microwave generators. So we learned about or studied about a brief view of reflex klystron. In next lecture, we understand it in different approach with mathematical aspects also, where we studied or where we learn about the velocity modulation. Okay, thank you to all.